iHeart, get ready. Fantasy football is here. Welcome to the Scout Fantasy Show. ScoutFantasy.com is home to the Fantasy Football World Championships and the best players in the world. Real money winners giving their secrets to help you win. Now exclusively on iHeart. This is the Scout Fantasy Show with your host, the one, the only, Dr. Roto.
Hey there, this is Dr. Roto. Get out the insurance cards, get out the copay. The office is open, my friends. Now, I promise we will get to a lot of football talk on tomorrow's podcast, but today I want to spend some time talking about baseball. That's right, the Hall of Fame inductees happened yesterday, the Hall of Fame class for this year, and I want to congratulate the guys who got 75% of the vote. Jeff Bagwell, 86.2%. Tim Raines, 86%. Pudge Rodriguez, 76%. Trevor Hoffman just misses out, and Vlad Guerrero just misses out. But we'll discuss all that, and we'll discuss in detail about the guys who use PEDs. Should they deserve to be in the Hall of Fame or not? But first, let's talk about Jeff Bagwell. One of the killer bees. Part of the biggest lopsided trade in Major League history, arguably, with the Red Sox. Great job there, Red Sox. Anderson for Bagwell, I'll take Bagwell. 30-30 for a first baseman. 30 home runs, 30 steals. Twice. Right? Nobody does that. Had a career slugging percentage of .540. That's pretty awesome. He was a great player. He deserved it. Now, did he use steroids? I don't know. Is it important? I'm not sure. I know he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. How about Tim Raines? Tim Raines, to me, absolutely deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. Tim Raines was a big threat on the base paths. When Tim Raines got to first base, you were nervous. Opposing catchers were like, oh man, this guy's going to be on third base in 2 seconds. He was a weapon. Pudge Rodriguez redefined the position. 13 Gold Glove Awards in a 21-year career. He says the career leader among catchers with 2,844 hits, 1,354 runs, 2,543 games played. But to me, he made 14 All-Star teams, Pudge Rodriguez. 14. But he redefined the position defensively for me. He was throwing out guys at first base from his knees, right? He became a weapon defensively. Maybe one or two players a week he'd get out. There was always a highlight with Pudge Rodriguez, wasn't there? That was special to watch. So, congratulations to those three guys, absolutely and utterly deserving of being elected to the Hall of Fame. Trevor Hoffman missed by 1 percentage point. He had 74%. And what I don't understand is why relievers don't get any credit. Now, I know starters pitch every fifth day, and they're very important to teams. They give teams wins, innings, strikeouts. Are you telling me a reliever's not important too? Relievers in a very pressure situation. Tough situations. Get out there with the game on the line in the 9th inning and save this game for your team. Because let me tell you something. When a closer comes in and blows a save, it blows the morale of a team. Blows the morale. Trevor Hoffman was a great closer. And I don't know why closers don't get more credit in the Hall of Fame voting. Are you telling me Mariano Rivera is not a first ballot Hall of Famer? I don't care if you're a Yankee fan or not. Mariano Rivera is absolutely a first ballot Hall of Famer. First ballot. Unequivocally. Trevor Hoffman was pretty darn good too. And how about Lee Smith, who only got 34.2%? Lee Smith would come out there and he was scary, man. He was scary, big, and imposing, and threw hard. He was a really good pitcher. Is he a Hall of Fame pitcher? That's close. Trevor Hoffman was. Trevor Hoffman had some nasty stuff for years. I would think Lee Smith was too. It's pretty close. How does Vlad Guerrero not get in at 71.7%? What does that guy need to do? Can you think of a guy who was a better hitter, better contact hitter than Vlad Guerrero? Vlad Guerrero could put a bat on a ball in any situation. High, low, left, right, wherever, dirt, no dirt, didn't matter. Vlad Guerrero, when he'd come up, you'd be like, oh man, Vlad Guerrero's up. Woohoo, duck. Vlad Guerrero was a great player. I don't think there's any doubt in my mind that Hoffman and Guerrero get in. They're so close that for them to go the other way, I just don't see it happening. Right? They're right there. Especially Vlad Guerrero. That guy's getting in. Hoffman, I mean, at 74%, let this guy in. Come on, seriously. Edgar Martinez inches his way up to 58.6%. I don't know whether Edgar Martinez is a Hall of Fame player. I think he was a very good player. If Dr. Roto Jr. said to me, hey, Daddy, what do you think about Edgar Martinez? I go, good hitter. Good hitter. I wouldn't say great fielder. I wouldn't say star. I'd say really good hitter. You know, he does that a lot. When we talk basketball a lot because he has his NBA 2K game on the PlayStation. And he'll be like, was George Gervin good? I'll be like, yeah, George Gervin was good. You know? Was Lenny Wilkins good? Yeah, Lenny Wilkins was good. Was Bob McAdoo good? Yeah, Bob McAdoo was an MVP. How was Edgar Martinez? Solid player. But he wasn't a super duper duper star. Mike Mussina at 51.8%, Curt Schilling 45%. Was there a better playoff pitcher than Curt Schilling? Ask yourself this question. Your team is in the World Series, and you have one guy that you can give the ball to. Are you telling me Curt Schilling wouldn't be in your top three? The bloody sock? I mean, really? You really think Curt Schilling wouldn't be one of the guys that you'd want to give the ball to? I think he would be for me. Curt Schilling was a gamer. A gamer. That guy showed up when it counted. Big time. Now, there's some other guys. Larry Walker, Fred McGriff, Jeff Kent, Gary Sheffield, Billy Wagner, Sammy Sosa. They're not going to make the Hall of Fame. They're not. But I want to talk about three guys right now. Actually, four. I'm going to talk about Pete Rose, first of all. I truly believe that Pete Rose should be a Hall of Famer. He was a tremendous hitter. Charlie Hustle, one of the great hitting machines and one of the leaders of the Big Red Machine. He was, I don't know. I mean, I was a little kid when Pete Rose was around, but I remember Pete Rose. Even though when he was old, he was a great player. Now, is he a great human being? Would I want him to be a role model for my children? No. But I'm not voting on that. There are a bunch of jerks who make it to the Hall of Fame in any sport. Do I like the fact that Pete Rose bet on baseball? Of course not. Who would? But maybe I'm naive when I say this. But I always say, I don't have a problem if Pete Rose bet on the Reds. Why wouldn't you want a manager betting on his team? I'd have a problem if Pete Rose bet on the Phillies. If the Reds are playing the Phillies and he bet the Phillies, now I have a problem. If the Reds are playing the Phillies and he bet the Reds, I'm okay with that. Doesn't that mean that the team is going to try harder? Doesn't it mean that he's going to do everything that he can for the team to win? I'm not defending betting on baseball, but is there any proof? Now, the truth to be told is this. Do I believe he only bet on the Reds to win? Probably not. I've got to believe maybe once. Maybe just once. Now, I wasn't there on the phone call where he said, take the Phillies, put 100 down on the Phillies. And the guy, the bookie, is probably like, you sure? He's like, yeah, I'm sure. I know so-and-so's pitching. It could have happened. But if I take this guy at his word, if I take him at his word, then if he never bet against the Reds, what problem do I have about that? I got no problem. I have no problem. I'm all good. Now, Barry Bonds, Roger Clemens, and we can say Sammy Sosa, right? PEDs. Are you telling me this? Now, I wouldn't say that I know everything about PEDs. I can tell you the following, though. I don't think a PED makes you hit a baseball. If I go right now and take steroids and I go out to a batting cage, I don't think that means I'm going to hit the baseball. I think it means if I hit the baseball, I might hit a little farther. I think it means if I play today and I'm a little sore and I take some PEDs, I come back tomorrow, I feel a little better. My recovery time is faster. So yes, I might feel more jacked and my recovery time will be faster because my body's not breaking down, but I don't think that makes me hit a curveball. When a curveball's coming, I can be all juiced all I want. If I can't hit it, I can't hit it. Barry Bonds could hit a baseball a country mile. Barry Bonds was one of the great players ever to play this game. Our friend, the great Santini, he sent something there. I want to get to it. He sent me a tweet. I don't have it here. I'm going to find it because I thought it was... Oh, here it is. Found it. Okay, Barry Bonds. I mean, MVP, how many times? Seriously, how many times was he an MVP? Home runs. This is before he got to San Francisco. 16, 25, 24, 19, 33, 25, 34. He was over stolen bases. 36, 32, 17, 32, 52, 43, 39. This is from the time he was 21 to 27. The dude played till he was 42. Then, in 1993, he was 46 and 123, 37 and 81, 33 and 104, 42 and 129, 40 and 101, 37 and 122. At this point, I don't think he was juicing at this point because his numbers are in line. Then at 34, see, here's where it may have happened. At 34 years old, he had 34 home runs and 83 RBIs. And he only had 355 at-bats. Right? And maybe when in 1999, he was like, you know what? I'm starting to slow down a little bit. Starting to slow down. By the way, he was an all-star 14 times. Rookie of the Year, MVP 7 times. Okay? But in that fateful year, he's 34 and 83, 15 stolen bases. So you know what he does? He goes, I'm not feeling well, let me take something. And in year 2000, at 35 years old, he has 49 home runs and 106 RBIs and 11 stolen bases. So you know what he says then? Man, this stuff works. Let me take it again. I'm 36 years old. I hit 73 home runs and 137 RBIs and 13 stolen bases. Oh yeah, by the way, I walk 177 times. The guy walked 2,558 times. And then he's like, look, I'm taking this stuff. Well, 2002, 46 and 110, 2003, 45 and 90, 2004, 45 and 101. So yes, I can look at this, and this is my guesstimate, is that in 2000 he starts juicing. Was he not a star player before then? Seriously, was he not a superstar before he did that? Superstar. Was Roger Clemens not a superstar? He was a baller and a half. Roger Clemens is one of the greatest pitchers ever to live. I wish I had his stats. Let me get his stats for you. Mind-boggling how good he was. Roger Clemens stats. Here we go. Roger Clemens stats, baseball reference. Yeah. Okay, he only pitched like a gazillion years. So when he was with Boston, I'll take out 1984 when he was 21, but he still won 9 games. 1985, ERA of 3.29. 1986, 24 wins, 2.48. 87, 20 wins, 2.97. 88, 18 wins, 2.93. So he goes in for in 1990, 21 wins and 193. Well, not 1.93 of ERA. 28, 18 wins, 2.62. The guy's killing it. So finally, at 34 years old, he goes to Toronto, right? 21 wins, 2.05 ERA. 1998, 20 wins, 2.65 ERA, right? Then he goes to the Yankees. And in 1999, and it doesn't look so good, right? 14 wins, 4.6 ERA. Wait a second here. We got a problem. And then when he's 37, wins 13 games with 3.70 ERA. But then it starts to get better. And the problem was when it starts to get better, at that age, you know he's doing something. But from the time he was 21 till the time he was 35, this guy was untouchable. Untouchable. What more do I need to say? Untouchable. Couldn't hit Roger Clemens. So I think baseball needs to get over itself. Did these guys use? Sure. Put a wing in the hall, the 80s. The PED years. I don't think we need an asterisk. But I think these guys were deserving. Are you telling me Roger Clemens isn't one of the 5 best pitchers of all time? You had a big game. You don't think you wanted Roger Clemens pitching it for you? You had a big at bat. You didn't want Barry Bonds up there? I think that baseball's so concerned with the stats and the purity. This is how it was when my grandpa played. This is what it was when my grandpa and I went to our first game. I get it. I watched baseball with my grandpa too. My grandpa loved Joe DiMaggio. He loved the Yankees. I still think he'd appreciate that Barry Bonds could hit a home run. I don't know what he'd say if I could talk to my grandpa now and say, hey, do you think that these guys should be in the Hall of Fame? My guess is he'd say no. And I'd say, Grandpa, weren't they great players? I know they took stuff at some point in their careers, but weren't they great players? Why not judge them on the years that they didn't take? Seriously. Want to start? Let's judge Roger Clemens on his first 12 years. Let's judge Barry Bonds on his first 12 years. I'm good with that. First ballot Hall of Famers. Now, I'm not validating cheaters. I think that's what people do. Oh, well, I'm not validating cheating. But look, a lot of guys took PEDs. You don't see them having those gaudy numbers. And if they did have those gaudy numbers, it was for like a fleeting moment. Brady Anderson, fleeting. Bye. He wasn't that good. Brady Anderson wasn't that good. He had 1 or 2 good years. Drugs didn't help him enough. Wasn't that good. Great players are great players. Now, Jose Canseco, he shoved it in everybody's face. Maybe Barry Bonds did too. But did anybody ever prove that Barry Bonds took it? I don't think so. There's something here. I want to check this out. It's something interesting about who are the guys. They were talking about guys getting into the Hall moving forward. I thought that was interesting. And we'll look at it. They had said who would be the next guys to get in the Hall of Fame over the next, predicting every Hall of Fame class through 2045. Right? It's pretty interesting. 2018, Vlad Guerrero, Trevor Hoffman get in. How about Chipper Jones? 2019, Mariano Rivera gets in. Right? Will he be a unanimous choice? Probably not. 2020, how about Derek Jeter? How about if Derek Jeter makes it the same year as Barry Bonds and Roger Clemens? That's what this guy's predicting. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine Jeter, who was clean, standing there with Bonds and Clemens? Oh man, that's crazy stuff. But it'll be interesting to see what happens. But congratulations to Bagwell, Raines, and Pudge, deserving of the honor, and welcome to the Hall of Fame. All right. You want to be a Hall of Famer in fantasy? Please go to scoutfantasy.com. Be a member of the Scout Army. Right? Enter the promo code ROTO. That's ROTO. Pay for 1 month. You get 2 more for free. It's as simple as that. You get access to our information. You get access to our premium message boards. You get access to Sean Childs' incredible team outlooks. You get access to our NBA Optimizer, which is free for a short time more. You get access to our scout scores. You get access to minds like myself and Adam Ronis and Mark Deming and so many guys out there who are trying to help you win your fantasy leagues. So please check that out at scoutfantasy.com. Promo code ROTO. That's ROTO. All right. We're coming back tomorrow previewing the NFL. The 2 big games. Who will make the Super Bowl? we'll discuss tomorrow. But right now, it's time to put away the insurance cards, put away the copay. The office is closed, my friends. I wish you all a great day. Debate the Hall of Fame amongst yourselves. Who deserved to be in, who deserved to be out. That's for you to decide. You and the baseball writers. But for me, I know how I feel, and now you know how I feel. All right, guys. Talk to you tomorrow on the podcast. Be well. Take care.
Thanks for listening to the Scout Fantasy Show. There's never been a better time to join the Scout Army. Visit scoutfantasy.com. Use the promo ROTO for 2 months free. And don't forget, fantasy players, please thumbs up the podcast on the iHeart app. See you next time. Go Scouts!